Look how much sweat came off me. Oh, that's horrible. Oh, okay, guys. I made it through the worst of whatever is wrong with me. That's one of the main reasons why I'm doing carnivore, to see if I can't figure out whatever that is, and to fix it. It never lasts long. That's why the previous 2-week excursion was so weird for me. This one started Monday afternoon, sort of felt funky in my, I call it my torso area, like my lower back gets sore. You kind of feel like you have cold and flu symptoms. Yesterday I was out for the count. I fluctuated between the cold and the hot the entire day. I woke up 1 o'clock this morning. I was sopping wet. Now you can see in my face that there's definitely things happening there. I'm not wearing any makeup. Don't feel like it. I cut my hair. Got a bit excited about this fringe
section. So, look, nothing can be worse than the haircut I had in the game, and I didn't say anything at the time, but boy, it's taken me 3 months to just work through it. And then because it's so hot here in Dubai, I sweat in my head. So I actually got rid of whatever was back here, that little mullet I was growing, so that I can just look human. Well, hopefully. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But anything looks better than that little ponytail I was carrying in the Cayman. And then, yeah, whatever haircut that was. So I need to grow this fringe out. Oops.
Sorry, the window messes with my lighting. So I decided to order in some stuffies from the shop, which just arrived, and I'm gonna have bacon. Now, bacon is truly very expensive, and this is a Spinneys version, dry cured, streaky bacon smoked. I bought one and I wasn't impressed because it was uncured, and uncured bacon is basically thin cut pork belly. So hopefully this is going to taste like bacon. It wasn't cheap. It was 28 dirhams for this little packet. So, and that's what, 250 grams. It's like 30. And then when you buy the 500 gram one from Waitrose, it's 60. So bacon is really expensive. Guessing I'm not going to do a lot of bacon on the B&E challenge. Pork belly a lot. But it's after 12. I've cleaned the flat. I didn't feel like eating, so I didn't eat. I'm getting hungry now to a point where I'm almost nauseous. So if I wasn't nauseous, I wouldn't have eaten. But that nauseous feeling, I need to eat. I'm sick, guys. And it's in my brain. It's like, you're not sick. You just have a bit of fever. But obviously with the way I'm feeling, there's something going on in my body. Low energy. It's taken me forever, like the entire morning, to make my bed, clean the kitchen, vacuum, and dust my dining room table. It's actually quite funny. That normally takes me like half an hour, max 45 minutes on usual days. But today, it took me the entire morning. So let me eat. I'll show you what's left over after I've eaten that, because last night I showed you 2 burger patties. I only had 1. And then I had the other piece of short rib. So yesterday I had 3 pieces of short rib and 1 burger patty. It's not a lot of food. I need to eat more, but for now, let me get this cooking. Okay guys, it's afternoon. It's I think 3 o'clock. Had the bacon, didn't finish it. I've been slowly feeling worse and worse and worse. Oh, I look bad. Sorry, I've been lying down. As today progressed, very low energy. Like I sort of, sorry, as soon as my phone catches that window, as soon as I get up, I'm like, you can't just lie in bed all day. So, but I cleaned this morning. I did feel okay. I really felt that. Generally in the past, it doesn't last long. My hand's getting tired. It doesn't last long. It generally lasts a day, maybe 2. I'm on day 3 again. And like I say, my evening's just getting worse and worse. I am having a med lemon now. I'll see. I will have a glass of warm milk. I did buy 2 liters specifically for my milk drinking. I generally do not drink glasses of milk, but that's a form of comfort for me at this moment in time. And if that's what I need to do, that's what I'm doing. So I haven't finished the bacon. I've been slowly to eating 2 or 3. It's very salty, but it could be my taste buds that's tasting funny, because today coffee is completely so I've only had 2 cups of coffee. I've had a lot of water, but it could be because of the bacon that's so salty. So it's like, it's this, but it could be that. But you could look at this, but it could react to that. It's very confusing. The one thing I've noticed is I had a hard bump on my nose. It was almost like a scab. You couldn't see it when I put on makeup. You could see it because it literally looked like a scab where the foundation got stuck. And I used to pull at it, and I used to put on cortisone cream and all kinds of things to try and get it away. And I was lying on the bed looking for it to pick at it. You know, we pick at it, and it's gone. can't find it. It's not there anymore. Look, I'm very happy because it's not there anymore. One less thing to worry about when I put on makeup. About 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and like you saw this morning, I had those 2 pork bellies, and I don't know what happened, but by the time you know what, I did my hair, I cut it, I colored it, I did my eyebrows. You know, it's hard work being a woman. Then I washed the bedding. I even washed this little thingy because with those night sweats that I've been having, I couldn't climb into that one another night. And it's 5 o'clock, and I thought, let me update you guys quickly. I'm going to start a challenge, the BB&E challenge, on the 1st of May, and I don't think I need to add coffee to that. I'll have coffee, one, maybe a second cup in the morning because of a headache. Don't feel like putting my body through that, but I don't think I should be drinking the amount or quantity that I am drinking, even though it's decaf. I think it's messing with my hunger cues. I had 2 slices of pork belly for breakfast. I have not eaten yet. I do notice that I get hungry at about 5-6 o'clock in the evenings, so I will then eat that time at night. And talking about coffee, I am making myself another cup because I was getting cold. I'm gonna have my coffee. My neck, guys, are killing me. It wasn't like this morning. I always make sure that my posture is quite well sitting, working on my computer. Yeah, I am finishing up my week 2 carnivore video. I'm trying to not make it boring as hell because, guys, I eat pork belly steak, pork belly steak, pork belly steak. It is ridiculous. I'm trying to find chuck. You can find, let's put it like this, in Dubai you can find meat from anywhere in the world, but different countries' meat have different flavor profiles, and that we picked up on in Cayman. That if we bought the wrong meat, it ended up being very fishy. I don't know why the meat goes fishy. I hate the flavor of fish, the taste of fish. So as soon as you have that hint of fishy, I'm so out of it. So I'm trying to find a chuck roast so that I can do more stuff in the slow cooker. My butcher doesn't do it. I think I'll have that whole discussion with the butcher this week. They're very nice. It's a South African butcher. I've mentioned them millions of times. I did try one that my cousin uses called Springbok Butchery. I did an unboxing of their produce, and it was packaged so nicely, and the delivery was done so professionally. I didn't like the flavor of the meat, and for me, with the volume of meat I eat, and because we only use salt as a flavoring, it's very important that I enjoy the flavor. Now, that doesn't mean someone else won't enjoy the flavor. If you enjoy Australian and New Zealand flavored meat, because they're all over, if you've had it and you don't mind it, then go for it. Springbok Butchery is brilliant. Their cuts are good. Go for it. Springbok Butchery. Very good online service. I know the butcher that I use have an online service. I am traditional. I like to see what meat you're cutting for me. So I want to say to him, I want the fattiest piece, because in Dubai they seem to, even their mince, it's not an 80-20, it's a lean mince. It must be a 93-7 at least. I can't see that that's an 80-20 mince. Like I said, the last boerewors we got, I'm off boerewors for a while because of that. So that doesn't leave me with a lot of food choices, because I am a very picky eater. You will notice that. But yeah, that's my rambling. All of 12 minutes. Sure, I'm going to cut out most of it, but I just wanted to share with you how nice and warm. Look how weird this thing turned. I just wanted to share with you how nice and warm. Okay, I'll see you guys. See you guys in the movies. Bye. Okay, I didn't want to film. It's very early. It's not even 6 o'clock yet, but Andrew's coming home tonight. And he's been eating eggs and KFC in Saudi. He's enjoying Saudi. He says it's not too bad, but the big but is everything is spiced, and obviously you need to spend enough time in a town to know where the best restaurants are or best places to eat. And the other problem is he gets home at like 8 o'clock at night. So the poor man, I did not want to give him just a steak. I wanted to give him a hearty fatty meal, so that we can start the weekend right. So he should be home at like 6, because he lands at 4, and then it's the dreaded traffic. Swing you around. I've got some water here. I don't want a lot. I just don't want it to burn. It's got enough fat that initially or eventually it will much. I used maybe a half of that glass of water, and in a few hours I will add some butter and some salt. But yeah, for now that is what it looks like. I showed you how I put the meat in the slow cooker this morning, and you will be home at 7 or 8 o'clock this evening. I've switched it off after about 6.5, 7 hours. I pulled the bones out. I left them in the stew. I will remove those just before Andrew arrives. I have mushed it up and I've switched it back onto high just to get it warmed up for me. So let me show you what it looks like, and I'm gonna have a small bowl of that. I'm hungry now. I'm really hungry. So generally that's not something that I think, oh, that sounds like a good meal, you know me. But being this hungry, I can actually feel that I am. Okay, so you saw me put this into the slow cooker this morning, and I took the bones out after about 6 hours. They literally fell out. I just pulled on them with tongs. And what I'm doing now is I'm going through and I'm mushing it, almost like mashed potatoes, because what we found the last time is you have very thick layers of fat and then very dry layers of meat, but they don't gel, and the fat is almost disgusting because it's just boiled up. So we did this with exactly what I'm doing now with the last bit, and it worked for us. So if anyone else finds that with their stew meat, maybe try mushing it up and see what it does for you. Okay, so that's my dindins. I nibbled on that one pork belly that was left over from whatever I cooked yesterday, and that's about it. Here's my dinner, and if I have anything else I'll let you know. Morning guys, this is breakfast for me. I'm just gonna have one of these okies. I'm not too hungry this morning. There's Andrew's little plate. I'm not showing his face, but yeah, I think he'll have most of that. Oh, and of course coffee, because life is coffee. And that is breakfast. Guys, what's that like? Hi guys, I'm doing a little sneak video here quickly. We're at Dubai Mall, and we got nippy, and Andrew's like, I feel like some KFC. So I'm like, okay, I'll join you. It sounds like a nice little cheap meal. And of course it came with all the things. Let me swing you around and show you. So 12 piece with 4 strips. I had one strip, and this is a piece of chicken. I'll maybe have a second piece of chicken, but and then we ordered water, or I ordered water. It came with chips, coleslaw, rolls, and a Pepsi that we're not gonna have. And then the question is, should we be doing this on Carnivore? We always ask funny questions like, should we be doing this on Carnivore? I'm saying don't overthink it. If it doesn't cause you harm, it helps you stay the course, gets you through a morning, then yes, do it. Was there better choices? Yes, there was a Wendy's and there was a Burger King, so we could have had burger patties. I'm not the biggest fan of a burger patty, and at this moment in my journey, I just want to enjoy what I'm eating, and I enjoy a piece of chicken. So I'm having it, I'm steering the course, and after this, there's 2 sirloin steaks waiting at home. Okay guys, until my next meal. Okay, so we are back from the mall. You guys saw what I had for lunch. It wasn't the cleanest, it wasn't the greatest, but it was very enjoyable. About 2 hours after I had it, I did catch a dip. I did catch a dip where I wanted to sleep, and since then I've actually almost burnt my steak. Okay, I decided I wanted a fat piece of steak. That's what it sounds good like. Andrew will be sharing that with me. I will literally only be having a small piece, and when he gets hungry, there is something for him to eat. Alrighty, so me and Andrew quickly went to the shop for our week's meat, and let me quickly share with you what we got. Of course, it's my South African butcher, the Lekker Shop meat products. That's what it's on Google. You can find it under, I think it's Lekker Meat Shop. It's called on Google. And what we've got is, we got some T-bone steaks at 92.75 dirhams a kg. And this one totaled 93, so this is almost a kg. Then we've got beef short rib. I got them in 2 sections, so I bought them twice. The first lot I got for 81.25 a kg. I got like 2 thick pieces, and I'm going to do them in the slow cooker. And that's 81.25. Then I got some drivors. Now in America, it's very much like a meat stick. So it's a piece of sausage that's just dried out. I enjoy it. Andrew doesn't really much, so that's my little snackaroo for what I'm cooking. Then I got some rump steaks. I asked them to package it for me separately. They're 87. Sorry, I'm not wearing my glasses, so it's becoming difficult. So they're 87.50 a kg, and these were 101. So this is more. Let me show you. So this is obviously more than a kg of meat. And then I got some shoulder chops. They were on special for 39 a kg. They look awesome. They ended up being 41 dirhams. And then there seems to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll show you how I work my chops with my steak and my wada. Then I've got some beef short rib, and this I bought separately because I thought, let me do some short rib now with some T-bone steaks, and that'll be a nice meal, or that with the sirloin from last night. But again, 59 dirhams 31 cents at 81.25 a kg. And then we went over to next door and we spent 48 dirhams on, let me keep you still, rooibos tea and panadas. And like I said, this was 48 dirhams, and the total on the meat products was 437. So for meat, it's definitely not our most expensive shop, but it's definitely, I don't know if this is expensive or not. We buy expensive meat, but I mean, that's all we buy. If I run out of milk, I replace it. If I run out of eggs, I replace it. And if I run out of coffee, I replace it. So is this expensive? Maybe. Will it last us a week? Definitely. Let me quickly show you what I've got left from last week. Always. So from last week, I've still got 2 full containers of pork belly and 2 containers of pork chops. I've got a full thing of short rib for a stew, and I've got, these are the thin cut short rib that I generally have for lunch. There's 2 containers of mince, and this is just an open bag. This is leftover lamb chop and patty that's already cooked, so that's a little nibbly if someone gets hungry in a pinch. And then in the fridge I have like 6 eggs, a thing of mince, and that steak. Of course, my sauces is coming to an end, so soon that will end. There's the milk, mayo, tomato sauce, hot sauce, and over here is butter and lemons, and up here is only lemons. So yeah, guys, that is my shop for the week. And that, I will show you, well, you'll see what I eat during the week. I'm just going to have the bulk of this, and if it works away, we'll carry over. If it doesn't work away, at least we're set. So, okay. Have a nice day. Okay, so there's 2 pieces of short rib, nice and well done, and I'm busy doing the piece of steak that me and Andrew will be sharing. I took a little morning nap, afternoon nap. I took a nap, and that was left over from the piece of steak that I made for Andrew, and I decided to steal it from him, so now I'm having it around noon, about 12. So I'm having lunch, and I'll let you know if I eat dinner. Bye. Today is my, look there on the baby. Kijk het op die blokjes hoeveelste dag dit vandag doodgekrap is?
Yes,
So today's day 26 already, so in 2 days I would have been doing this for 3 weeks. Okay. Okay, it is Sunday afternoon, about 5 o'clock, so it should be technically evening. And it's normally that time of the week when me and Andrew start nibbling and, you know, having a little chocolate or a little sweet treat after Sunday lunch. And I asked him, are you nibbling? And he's like, yes, I'm nibbling. And I'm like, okay, I've got pork belly. You want some pork belly? And he's like, cool, let's have some pork belly. So, I made him 3 rashers. I made me 2 rashers. I drizzled it with some lemon juice. And guys, I cut it up into little blocks. And that's going to be me. That's me. Of course, I had way too much coffee again. And of course, I didn't drink enough water again. But you know what? Tomorrow is another day to strive for perfection. Today, we just got it done. And I actually had 2 naps. I really had a lot of ambition to work. No, it didn't happen. So, I'm just not going to stress about it. I'm going to take it for what it is. I had a beautiful, relaxing day. And I'll check in with you guys tomorrow morning, when hopefully I'll have a very productive day. Bye. Good morning. It is 8 o'clock, just after 8 o'clock, and sorry, I'm waiting for new curtains, and hopefully that won't happen. I got hungry, so I decided to eat. There we go. 2 lovely lamb chops. Then I just put some salt, a few drops of Worcester sauce, and that's breakfast. And I'm sure by now you guys have seen my BBB&E challenge video, so I'm getting ready for the BBB&E challenge. I just watched Dr. Ken Berry's video on it, and he called it beef, but he said everything that falls under beef is like ruminant animals and liver, so an organ meat. So that was quite interesting. I never saw that. So I might just keep on eating my lamb chops. That was an interesting find. But in any case, yeah, I've had like, yes, if anyone wonders, I've had to with my makeup. But should I? No. Do I? Yes. I'm on like cup of coffee number 3 for the morning already. It's not the greatest. We all know that. But that's why we're leaning towards the challenge to see if we can fix these kind of things. So I'm going to enjoy my breakfast while I finish my video from Dr. Saives that I've been watching. And then I need to start doing some work. Okay guys, I will check in with you. Possibly lunchtime dinner. Yeah, but I think the next meal I'm going to do is going to be a nice big one because I've got some T-bone steaks in the fridge. So I think I'll be having that. Okay, bye. Okay guys, it is 4 o'clock on day 27. I can't believe that we made it to 4 weeks. Tomorrow will be exactly 4 weeks. I cannot believe it. But let me quickly, I don't want to go to the window. It ruins my focus. Lovely T-bone steak that I'll be having for dinner. This is my dinner at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm hungry. I'm going to eat it. And then Andrew already phoned me and said he is starving. So I'm going to make sure. He's like, you can keep your T-bone for yourself. He wants pork belly. Generally, he's not the pork belly fan, but it's fine. I'll make him pork belly. I'll make him all the pork belly in the world that he wants. And then if he gets hungry after that, there's T-bone steak. So I'm going to enjoy this, and I'll check in with you guys tomorrow morning for the day 28. I cannot believe it. I can't believe that I did a full month strict. But luckily, I'm not sick again. I feel very, let's just recap quickly on my energy levels for today. I've been quite energetic. I've cleaned the house, vacuum, mopped, cleaned the bathroom a bit, did my washing, did editing most of the morning. And I'm getting tired now, but I think after I've eaten, I should actually have a burst of energy again. So, there you guys. I will check in with you guys tomorrow. Bye. Good morning guys, it is 8:30. I've had such a productive morning. I've already cleaned half the house. I just need to vacuum still. So I've cleaned, I've done my laundry, I've ironed Andrew's shirts. I've actually tackled and polished the bathroom doors already. So high energy this morning, very happy with that. And I'm hungry now. I'm busy washing the insides for the air fryer. So I won't be able to do a T-bone or short rib. So there's leftover pork belly, three and a half pieces. I actually, I walked past it last night and I ate that little bitty. Just half. It's like half. It's like half, maybe not even half a little pork belly. But there's 3 pieces of pork belly. I'm gonna drizzle some lemon juice on it, and that, warm it up slightly, will be breakfast with some more coffee. I've already had 2 cups, so that'll be my 3rd cup. I don't know if I'll be able to do less than 3 cups next month on the BBB&E challenge, but it's okay. Guys, I can't believe it's been 4 weeks. So this will be the end of my weekly vlogs on what I eat. But I can't believe it. And then I start with my BBB&E challenge with my other YouTube friends. So I'll be vlogging that. I'll be doing shorts on that as well. But I cannot believe I've done my first month. I survived it. I think that's the funniest part, is that I survived it. Because boy, oh boy, I was sick. Everybody that's watched my videos knows I was sick, guys. But I seem to have come through out on the other side. So I'm going to have that for breakfast. And dinner for us is going to be, there's some short rib. I did defrost thin cut short rib that I think I should add to that. That is very little meat. But maybe I'm going to do only that with the T-bone for Andrew for dinner. But in any case, yeah, that's my breakfast. Okay, so it is evening. It's, I think, 5 o'clock or something. And I did some more short rib in the slow cooker. So tonight we're literally having short rib. A nice big bowl of it for dinner. I'm quite hungry. I have pork bellies. So yeah, I am quite hungry this evening. But I will check in with you guys. I had lots of coffee today. I had way too much coffee today, but we won't talk about it. I'll check in with you guys tomorrow morning. Bye. But yeah, just another non-scale victory. Would you call it a non-scale victory? And then my pants that I couldn't wear when I got to the Cayman. Yes, the Cayman. And then when I reached Dubai, they could fit slowly because I lost a little bitty after my egg fast. And then with all the walking when we landed, yeah, I very quickly dropped a few kilos. But the actual thing is, squeezes anything. Normally in this pair, I couldn't sit without the button because it's a press button popping and it's done. So yeah, now I need to eat. I'm worried that my lack of energy is because of how little I'm eating. Guys, I just don't feel like it. I tried that patty yesterday, but I couldn't. That last bite I forced down, I could feel it was going to come back. Like, it is in the fridge. I'm looking at it and I'm going, no. And when I generally will rather not eat something before I force it down my throat, I know that's no way for me to live. I will not live like that. Generally, things like that's left over in my freezer, I will give to Andrew to have. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I think, as I said it, I'm just going to go plonk them into the freezer and not worry about eating them because I cannot. If Andrew says he doesn't want them, then it's fine. But I'm not going to try and force that down my throat. I just can't. Okay. You can immediately see in my face. Obviously, there's a double chin. Obviously, there's too many wrinkles, but you can see in my face and around my eyes get very small the bigger I get. My eyes are starting to look like they've got a form. And you can see they're very red. My cheeks are warm. Like I'm hot, but my fingers, my toes, they're freezing. I've got these ice packs that I got Andrew. I'm gonna warm them up again. Wait. Oh. These ones. I'm gonna warm them up in the microwave. And then, people, I'm gonna go warm up my toes. So, making myself a baked lemon, getting myself hot packs. Just lying back into bed. Like, seriously, I wasn't lying under the duvet. I was just lying under my blankie, watching on my laptop. But I think it's time to grab the big guns and just go. This is me for now. Like I said, I will have a glass of milk later on this evening. Maybe the piece of short rib that's left in the fridge. I don't know, but I'm going to take those 2 lamb chops and that 1 bigger patty and I'm just going to chuck them into the freezer. That's just, I'm sorry, I cannot.